I felt more empowered, like within myself. You know what I'm saying? So even if I had a hard day, and sometimes, you go back to their old patterns, you just kind of go back to what you've been um, working on, and it just kind of straighten your posture up, making sure that your feet on the ground, and just doing some movements around your pelvis so it helped kind of ease some of that stress. So that really, really helped me a whole lot.
Hello, everybody, and hello, April. I'm so happy to have you, everybody. This is April. She has done the Pussy Yoga Immersion and the Pussy Yoga Facilitator Training. And I'm so excited for you all to meet you, and I am excited to meet you. How are you, April? Tell us a
I,
little bit about yourself, like where you are and like your experience.
I'm April, and I live here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I've taken um, movement classes. I say almost about 11 years, dibble and dabble. And I also recently started, well, not really started hooping. I've been starting hooping almost the same time. So pretty much that's what I've been doing. And I'm also a full-time barber, so I also do hair and different things like that. So that's the gist of it.
So full time you do hair care, and for everybody, hooping is what you see in your background, like with the hula hoop. I think maybe today still not everybody knows what that is. Just wanted to make sure that everybody knows. And how did you find us? How did you find out about Pussy Yoga?
I was already interested in pelvic movement and work. And for some reason, I actually went to Scribe. It's like a online where you find different books and read and everything. And I put in pelvic floor, and your book came. And the title in itself was like, okay, that's interesting. It was just very interesting in the way that it showed up. And so I clicked on it and read it, and also I like the way how you integrate belly dance in it. So that really got my attention to make it okay, this is not your regular pelvic floor, and it could be fun. So that's really how I'm so I just clicked it in, like on Scribe, and then it popped up.
Nice. And then how did you decide? Oh, I think I hear myself. No, now I'm back. How did you decide to the Pussy Yoga immersion? Did you have any doubts to sign up?
Actually, what happened, you did a master class before you actually did it. And I was like, let me just try it out just to see how what you will be teaching. And your style, it was like your master class was a class in itself. It was like very thorough. So I'm thinking like, okay, if she is thorough as the way that she's presented herself, then okay, I'm going to sign up because you gave a lot more than I expect. So that's the reason why I really um signed up for it. Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing. It's amazing. And then you were in the training, and was there something exciting or interesting or funny or an
Well, with the immersion, like I said, like you did more than I expected. Like everything was very thorough, and I like that how you integrate everything else with the body. It wasn't just the pelvic floor, so you're going to get more than what you expect. And I like that you understood that everything was connected to the whole body, the body chain, and everything was just a nice, beautiful flow. Like I said, it wasn't boring at all. It wasn't. It can be challenging, but that's a good thing. So it gives you an idea where your weak spots are, but it also allows you to work on those areas and giving it like different movements. So it wasn't so clinical. So it did have like playfulness in it. And then you also have adorable personality too. So that just makes it even fun as a teacher. Like seriously, because even you have this adorable goofiness in a very sensual type of way that you show your personality. And I like that because most times when you take certain classes, everything is just very dry. And that's the reason why when I did the master class first, your personality just drew me in. So I knew it was going to be a fun class. Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, we're on the same wavelength, so we're vibing. Oh, that's really amazing. And then I know you said so amazing things that you know that you felt in your everyday life after the classes. Can you tell us like something that you really realized, wow, that's really changing my life?
Well, like I am a barber, so I'm always on my feet all the time. And also I ride transportation, so I'm always walking all the time. So it gave me a chance to integrate some of those movements that you share because it was easy to incorporate the everyday type of way that we normally walk every day. So um one of my issues was my knee. I used to have a stiffness in my right knee, but as time went on, doing a lot of the program, I noticed that it wasn't really the knee, it was actually the pelvic. It was actually not opening up the back part of the pelvic. And doing certain exercise helped me to open up the back part of the knee. So it allowed me to have a better posture as I'm standing, cutting hair, as well as it gives me a little sense of um, I felt more empowered, like within myself. You know what I'm saying? So even if I had a hard day, and sometimes, you go back to their old patterns, you just kind of go back to what you've been um, working on, and it just kind of straighten your posture up, making sure that your feet on the ground, and just doing some movements around your pelvis, so it helped kind of ease some of that stress. So that really, really helped me a whole lot. And it also gave me, well, I'll tell you a story I think I spoke to you about when I had went to the bank. And one of the guys that works there, I never really spoke to him. But for some reason, when you do these type of exercise, you have a different type of energy. You become more energized, you just feel more grounded. And we just had a nice conversation. Like it was just like a very easy into, like, I felt like my voice was very embodied and very in tune to what I was saying. And it was fun. It was a fun exchange. And I knew by me doing this type of work actually helped me kind of evolve in that space.
And then you decided to join us for the facilitator
Yeah.
training. And
Yes.
how was that?
That was fun. I like the whole setup, and like I said, I'm from Georgia, so we had a lot of women from different international all across the world, and I like that we partner with each other. So you wasn't doing it by yourself. So like I said, even with the immersion and doing the facilitator, you get a little bit more deeper into what the behind the scene of the immersion, and still giving you more of an interest of how to open up your whole body. So we went through so many things with the rib cage and feet, and just mo- mo- um, mobilizing your hip movement in certain ways. And I like that, but I also like that we was able to partner up, and we didn't stay with the same partner, so it was a different rotation. So you get to share that with other people, you get to talk about different things, and you just practice together. It's because you learn from each other. So I think that made it a little bit more easier.
So you come from all the different disciplines, all the different walks of life. Some people lay people, some are physiotherapists, some are dancers, or like you, for example, right? You're already teaching hooping. So I think that makes it so special that everybody really already has so much.
Yes. And that's what I like about it as well, because you get more of a general generalized, but still in depth. It's not overwhelming. It's a beginner friendly type of program. Um, so it leaves room for you to study if that's what you want to go forth and study more. Like you said, I'm not teaching hoop right now, but in my own personal, I had to change my own way how I was hooping. I didn't realize the I wasn't opening up my pelvic area. I wasn't, doing enough with my spine. It was just like these little nuances that you start to learn. So whatever modality that you're into, dance, yoga, pole, you'll find that some parts of the nuances really makes a difference when you kind of be in the center. So you have to really think about it. And that can be a little challenging because you're used to doing what you're doing, So when you're trying to incorporate something new, it brings a whole different flow into your practice, into your personal life. And I like that everybody, like you said, everybody had their own different background and how they can use it, and you make it your own. That's the good thing. It's not like I have to do it exactly like you, Coco. I can do it the way that I can and still incorporate some of the essentials that we learn, but still bring our own type of vibe and interest of what we already doing into. Right now, I'm not teaching because I was doing it. I was also getting my exam for the hoop too at the same time. And right now, what I'm doing is really doing a personal integration with both programs. So, because sometimes when you're doing exams, and I don't know if anybody else will feel that way. Sometimes when you're doing exams and you're doing things to, create a understanding of your body, you don't really get to really integrate. It's almost like a rough draft. That's how I look at it. It's like a rough draft. You do it, you do the exam and everything. But now I feel like now I want to do more of a personal integration where I can take time where I don't have to worry about all the other things and meeting people, doing exams. Now I can really concentrate because I like to understand exactly what I'm doing because I'm bringing two things together. And I like to feel embodied. So as a teacher, I can give more insights of my own life and live like it becomes a lifestyle. So I'm right now kind of going through that change within the lifestyle, integrating both together and then start to offer and bring about to other people because I like to be more effective. So it's kind of giving me a chance to be on that personal journey more so. If you can you understand?
Of
Like,
course, very much. It makes so much sense. And I love that you have this high standard, right? This high standard that you really want to embody it. So that's like all we want to do. We want to really embody it and then bring it out. And really everybody makes it their own. So
yeah,
I'm a big fan of this, but we have to be careful because sometimes we tend to, think that we're not ready. And because every exam I get, I do it with you. So if people don't know here in the audience that the Pussy Yoga Immersion exams, it's a half an hour flow that I really do as a student. And then I really know how it is. And I felt really amazing in your exam. So I just want to throw this in that sometimes does not need to be you. I think you're really so grounded in yourself. You know exactly what you're doing. But for everybody here on the video, just really know that sometimes you're already ready, but you just think that you're not there yet because the more you know about everything, the more you know that you don't
right,
know. And the
right,
peaceful ignorance run around everywhere. They've learned something from one book or something, and then they're already like whatever, the
right,
master coach or something. So really, for everybody else, sometimes it's just really good to, get out of your exam and then go and do. And then while you're doing, you learn so much. And the first classes that you give, you can teach, like people from your area, from your surrounding, friends, or people you already like, maybe co-workers or somebody.
Right.
And then you really build the momentum, because they give you a feedback that your people in our education couldn't give you, because they knew too much. They
Right.
already knew too
Right.
much. And
Right.
then, you guys, you were in Germany, we say Fachsimpeln. So it's like, you're just like, you're like really obsessing about all the details, like, oh, is this layer or this muscle and this fascia? And what's the name? No, I thought it's this name, blah, 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 And then you can
Right.
really like, and then it was all emotional connected, but what is about trauma, blah, 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 it can get so overwhelming. But then for everybody else who's outside of your specialized bubble, it's all new and just like mind-blowingly amazing. So because I
Right.
really loved your class, and I'm a teacher. So, and I had such a good time, and I felt so good about myself. It was really good. Just
Thank you. Thank you. I enjoyed it too because to segue on what you was talking about, I know you always taught about you have to feel it within yourself. You got to feel that energy. You have to feel sensual in your body. And when I was doing the exam, I can feel that, that's, because I almost about to, not get carried away, but you kind of feel that excitation a little bit. So it definitely works because then you forget that you're really teaching. You're just really having fun. And it's easy for you to kind of know what you're doing because you're aware of the body and you have a little bit more um intuitiveness to where you become more playful. It doesn't seem like you're a robot. Like, hey, do it this way and I just really I felt it. I really felt it. I had fun. I really did.
oh, and then when you think about the women who are maybe now watching the video and thinking if they want to join the Pussy Yoga immersion, for whom do you think is this? Like, which woman should go, and for which woman maybe shouldn't go?
Well, to tell you the truth, your class was so diverse because it had all walks of life, but the age. You had women that was from 30 to maybe 60. I'm 50. So I think that we're coming to this space where everybody that has a healthiness and a way you already feel good about yourself already. It doesn't matter what age you are because I feel like if you're an older person, this will be great because if you think about the movement that's out there, um, sometimes it can be a little challenging and it may not be so kind to some of your weak parts. Say if you got knee problems or certain things like that. I feel that you can make it your own as a beginner friendly. So whatever age you're in, I could say, like if because you're a young person. So a person my age may be like, oh, that's for young people, but it's not. It's really create your own way you can specify and specialize in a way that you want to do it. So don't get discouraged of your age. If you already have gotten certain backgrounds, you already understand about mind body connection, and you want to kind of upgrade into the pelvic floor areas, that can be a good thing because older women need that. They need something to still contain their sensuality and their sexuality. And if you are the representation of that, that'll be a great thing because it's not really a whole lot of movement that's out there. Besides, you can do belly dance, you can do pole dancing, but a lot of the work that's out there for dance movement is a lot of sensual floor twerking. It's a young vibe, and that's a beautiful thing for the young women. But what about women who may not able to do all of those right now, but they still want to be able to move their hips. They still want to have better posture. They still want to have a better breathing mechanics. That right there in that small window can create something huge. So I feel like women of any age can take it. My own thing is you already should have some understanding about the mind body connection, um, somewhat in a way where you feel um, there's a healthiness to you. You know, there's a not saying that you have to be in optimal health, but there's a sensibility of what you've already done, but now you want to integrate something different for yourself. And then as you evolve, then your work that you want to do is still involved. So that's what I say.
Thank you so much. Is there something that you would like to say, like a message to share with the woman, like a final word or something?
I say don't be afraid of yourself. Don't be afraid trying something new. If this is something that you desire to do and you really want to connect with yourself in a different type way, do it. You know, this is a time right now, life has disassociate our body with all the extra stimulus that's going out. It's just so much external pull. And now this is a great time to get back into your body. And I feel like in the pelvic, because it integrates the upper and the lower body. So you get all of these different change or reaction. So, you know, like right now, this is one of the best time to start to integrate you now. We don't done everything in life. We have done all that we can. We can't save the world, but you can save yourself within your inner circle, within your family, within your friends, and you can start to integrate it further out. But right now, we got to come back to the self. It's time to come back to the self.